When students in Virginia return to the classroom, they'll have to leave something behind, their smartphones. Governor Glenn Youngkin has ordered public schools across the state to go cell phone free. He says the goal is to promote a healthier and more focused educational environment where every child is free to learn. All schools in his state will need to implement cell phone free policies by January of next year. Virginia is just the latest to implement a cell phone ban. New York City is considering a similar policy, and Los Angeles already approved restrictions on cell phones in the classroom last month. And joining us now with more insight into the study is Melissa Henson of the Parents Television and Media Council. Melissa, what's your reaction to banning cell phones at school? Do you think it's a good idea?
I think it's a fantastic idea, and I hope more school districts across the country follow suit. Because what we have seen is not only challenges confronting our kids' mental health challenges because of their constant presence, their constant access to cell phones and social media throughout the day. We're seeing problems of cyberbullying. We're seeing increased anxiety, depression, suicidal ideation among children. But it's not just the mental health challenges. 72% of teachers, according to a Pew survey that was conducted last fall, say that phones in the classroom is a significant distraction, and it's a disruption to the learning environment.
Well, so how would this work? Do kids put their phones in a box when they walk into the class and then pick it up as they leave? It seems like there would be a lot of ways kids could cheat, doesn't it?
There probably are. And in fact, I understand that on YouTube, there are a lot of instructional videos about how to get past these yonder pouches that are being used in a lot of school districts for kids to lock up their phones. But there are a number of different tools that are out there that are available to schools that are achievable. They're pretty foolproof. Lockers apparently are much more effective than the yonder pouches. But this is all sort of new territory for a lot of school districts, and there's going to be some trial and error. But I think what's going to be critical for the success of this program is that there's consistency. So, for example, in some school districts, it's, the first time you get caught with a cell phone when you're not supposed to have one, you get a warning and a call home. But the second time, we confiscate your device. So both parents and kids need to know that the schools are serious and that they're going to be enforcing this policy.
It seems like some parents would be concerned for safety reasons about their child not having a phone with them in case of an emergency. What do you think about flip phones? Comedian Jerry Seinfeld and others say they allow their kids to have flip phones because that solves the safety concern issue, but it also prevents them from accessing the internet. What do you think about that?
Well, I think flip phones are a better alternative to smartphones for kids because you don't see the same kind of anxiety and hyper awareness of notifications and so forth that kids have when they have smartphones. But better yet, when we were growing up, our parents didn't have constant access to us. And, Jonathan Haidt came out with this book a couple months ago, The Anxious Generation. And he posits that it's a combination of kids being overprotected in the real world and underprotected online that is causing all these problems for our kids. So maybe it would be better for parents, for us as parents, to step back and say, we don't need to be helicopter parenting our children. We need to give them a little bit of freedom to navigate the world without us constantly supervising, constantly texting, constantly checking in on them.
That is so true. It's a great comparison, being over-supervised in some certain circumstances and then under-supervised when they're actually online. Melissa, thank you so much for your insights. Great to talk to you. Appreciate you being here.
Thanks.